Get out of your comfort zone and right into the danger zone. There's good reason why you might find yourself staying in the comfort zone for the past 2 years. You might have settled into a routine of working from home and enjoyed it a bit more than you should. Life's boundaries have shrunk into the space of your home and perhaps a few necessary places like the grocery store or the clinic. You're most comfortable in your comfort zone, and life feels safe here. If you identify as a lone wolf, then perhaps isolation is still preferable, but there is still plenty of room to grow in other areas, especially for loners and sigma types. People avoid exploration for the sake of anxiety relief and avoiding discomfort. Everything outside the comfort zone creates uncertainty, and uncertainty makes us feel anxious. As humans, we're wired to be adverse to feeling this way, which causes us to steer clear of exploring new areas too often. But if we remain too long, you'll miss out on life because you don't want anything to change. Comfort zones are actually about fear. Breaking free of the chains means taking risks that challenge us, and in doing so, we become more capable of growing. And breaking free of this fear leads to personal growth, learning, and success. How to get out of your comfort zone? Start with the small steps. When you take your first step out of your comfort zone, do it in small increments. Going from 0 to 100 only causes your anxiety to spike to the point that the fear response might shut you off from the experience completely. What researchers found was that high anxiety can be good for performance, but they were only to a degree. Too much pressure has the opposite effect and leads to panic, which is completely counterproductive. Shying away from activities that are outside of your comfort zone or feeling anxiety about completing such an activity can have the same result. Fearing doing things that push you out of your comfort zone too much or having thoughts of anxiety in regards to it will cause you to scurry back into your comfort zone, perhaps never to emerge again. Entering the flow state. The best way to leave your comfort zone is by gradually expanding it and finding the level of stress that feels just right for you. You want to ride the edge of what you know and what you don't. You might have experienced this while playing a game. It's just hard enough to give you a challenge, but not too hard that you keep dying and end up quitting due to frustration. Have a vision, write out how stepping out will benefit you. What will you stand to gain if you learn some social skills? A new romantic relationship? A new business partner? Public speaking can open many opportunities for growth. Learn what 100% of public speakers do during a speech to grow your confidence and use these methods as motivation to speak in front of people. Do one thing you've always wanted to. As Steve Jobs said, remember that you are going to die. Live each day as if it were your last. Remember that your time is limited, and if you have a list of things you've always wanted to do, setting it aside to someday, then it could be that you don't value your time nearly enough and instead are letting fear hold you back. It's understandable, and it's something that almost everyone struggles with. But remember that there is no going back to the past. What's done is done, and that we only have the time left in our lives, however much that might be. So challenge yourself to complete one thing you've always wanted to do. This could be learning how to play the piano, sing, learning a new language, or running a marathon. Choose a fear and face it. Be brave and dare to step outside of your comfort zone. It's not about having no fear, but rather moving forward while you're experiencing it. Courage is being terrified but doing it anyway. Once again, take small steps. Start with the smaller things and work your way up. Hang out with risk takers. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Find like-minded people who have the qualities you admire. You can find those qualities in your friends, mentors, or coworkers. They might inspire you by continuously learning, taking on new challenges, or overcoming obstacles. Spend time with them and ask for their advice. Try to see if you can develop these qualities yourself. Hanging out with those who share your goals and aspirations is an essential step towards achieving them. By constantly observing their behavior, you will gradually be able to emulate it, thus increasing your ability to do what you aspire for. Be honest with yourself and acknowledge your fear and excuses. Don't make excuses, be honest. Confronting your true feelings head-on gives you the best opportunity to move forward. But don't overthink everything. You agonize over every improvement you need to make, every outcome possible, and it's all a futile exercise. In the end, all will depend on your capacity to execute no matter what else is going on in life. Practicing mindfulness techniques like deep, diaphragmatic breathing can help reduce anxiety and negative thinking in order to keep the mind clear. The bottom line: chances are, you've developed a routine that feels comfortable during the pandemic. But now that the world is opening up, it's time to venture out again before life completely passes you by. Yes, staying in your comfort zone has its own set of perks. It's safe, familiar, and less stressful. But as Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. When we get out of our comfort zone, we're able to live the type of life that we're capable of. Find what you're passionate about and challenge yourself, one small step at a time. Put uncomfortable on. Daily affirmations. What are you fighting for? It's time to jump. You deserve better. Life is short, have a plan. Stop being comfortable.